Mental health and dating has kind of been something that's been on my mind a lot lately. I think being a gay guy and being recently single, I've kind of been looking at what I consider acceptable and what I consider unacceptable for myself. I think some of the ideas I've come across, meeting with people and talking to them, or talking to people online about mental health and mental health issues on a personal level, have kind of shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty nuts. So I wanted to make this video to kind of get a lot of things out there and to ask you guys what you thought. Mainly because mental health issues are a lot more common than a lot of people think, and it's not so black and white. Personally, if I were to date someone who I was getting along with, I just started dating them, like maybe like 3 to 5 dates. They're really cool, they're really nice, we got along really great, we're on the same wavelength, and they revealed to me they had an anxiety disorder, or like depression, or OCD, or something, or they attempted suicide at some point, I wouldn't immediately write them off. And I came across a lot of people who definitely would. And I know to each his own, blah blah blah, all that shit, but I really want to like kind of deconstruct these things so people think about their choices a little bit better. I wouldn't write someone off because having a mental disorder, to me, I kind of created an analogy in my head of messiness, in that I am okay with dating a messy person, or a generally messy person, but it's not just whether they're messy or not. It's a little bit more complicated than that. It's how much does their messiness affect their life, how much does their messiness affect their goals and the people they're around, and how willing are they to work on their messiness in order to make our relationship work, or to make their life work. How often does it become an issue? Messiness. That's a very good, in my mind, a really good way to make an analogy, I guess. I don't know the verb for it. And in my head, I kind of just like slipped mental health issues into that. Like, how willing are they to work on, or to pay attention to their mental disorder to make our relationship work, and how much does it affect the people in their life, and how much does it affect their goals, and how does it affect their self-esteem, and all that shit. It's not just, okay, this person has a disorder, they're fucking crazy, I'm not going to date them. They have baggage, I'm not going to date them. Because they might not. It could be a pretty minor thing in their life. And I'm not going to flip out if I'm on a date with someone and they happen to let me know that they're on antidepressants. I currently don't have a diagnosed mental disorder or depression or anything like that. I haven't dated anyone who has, but I'm just looking at things that I haven't really looked at before, and I want to know what your experiences are. Have any of you dated anyone with a mental disorder and it went really bad or went really good? Do any of you have any of these issues or problems I'm talking about? And is anyone on the same page with me? And if you disagree with me, definitely comment. Because I want to know, I want to get to the bottom of things, and I want to understand why people are so black and white. Because another big thing is, whenever I talk about suicide with some people, it's automatically labeled as like a thing crazy or unstable people do, and it's not. Suicide is often just a point where someone realizes, or they seem to realize, that there's no way out of their situation, there's no way things are going to get better, and so they decide that they want to end their suffering rather than ending their life. I think they want to end their suffering. Gay teens are 300% more likely to commit suicide than their straight counterparts, and it's obviously because of some of the stress that those bitches go through. Also, in any given year, 1 out of 4 US adults will be diagnosed with a mental disorder. That's 25%. That's a lot. So given all this, I want to understand what you guys think. Would you immediately write someone off if they said they had a mental disorder? How would you kind of test the waters to see whether it would work or not? And have you had any experiences? And if you have, please comment below. And I want to start this dialogue not because I think the issue is largely ignored, but I really think that people don't realize how common it is, and I think people are really quick to come to conclusions about others.